Yeah, he trained last night fully. He's been selected, he'll play.
How close was he to not playing? He was pretty ginger, wasn't he? Early in the week.
So a lot of our blokes, mate, we only played a few days ago, so if you had to watch us train on Tuesday, there were about 10 of them that didn't do much. So on a shorter recovery, that's the case, so he's no different to anyone else.
How much of a boost is it to be able to put the same squad out 3 weeks in a row?
It helps with continuity, understanding, connection, all those sorts of things. So, you know, we've been a little bit blessed in that regards in the first few weeks and probably over the course of the pre-season. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that luck continues.
So is that a bit of luck or good management, do you think, because you've had a good run?
A lot of our players have had really good pre-seasons. Our medical and fitness team do a great job at managing the loads of our players and you know, producing individual programs for each guy, and they've been doing that for a while now. They probably don't get as much credit as they should.
Like in terms of challenges, a team that's 2-0 to start the season, it's a good challenge Saturday night, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Port Adelaide have had the wood on our club for quite some time, and in fact, it wasn't that long ago they gave us an 80-point thrashing. It's probably my first year, I reckon, the last time they played at the Gabba. So they're a great team, great club. They've started the season well. They're full of confidence, and they'll be a tough opponent.
Do you like ticking like it seems like nearly every week that there's a team you haven't beaten for 5 years or for 7 years. Do you almost tick these little milestones off?
I don't know the stats, so I don't look those up, but you know, we're aware of the fact that, you know, that they've been a team that's dominated us, just like North had last week. So yeah, on our journey, if we want to be any good, we've got to start beating a few of these teams. So it's only natural enough that we set ourselves to do that.
What have you been impressed with by them? They've had quite a lot of change to their team earlier this year. A lot of young faces come in and a few recycled.
They're playing great team footy. They've got some great inside ball winners. Some of the young boys on the outside have done really, really well, and they can score quickly. You know, they play a very attacking brand, and they back themselves in, so that makes them a difficult opponent.
On that journey, you always talk about last year, I think it was a 3-point loss to Port. It was one of those sides that you just got so close to, but on that journey weren't quite there. So this is genuinely a real opportunity to see that you have taken that other half step or step if you can get over them. Yeah,
I guess so. I mean, it was round 3 last year, so it was 12 months ago. So both teams are fairly different. They've got a whole lot of new players, and so have we. So it'll be interesting to see how both clubs have progressed. I'm not sure. I don't know at the moment. I guess tomorrow night will tell.
Do you feel excitement building amongst the fans? Because, I mean, that first round, I haven't heard a Gabba that loud here in quite a while for a Lions game.
Well, I hope so. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to engage our fans and get a few more to turn up and join as members. I think our club hit the 25,000 members number during the week, which is I think above what we might have actually budgeted for. So, and I think the crowd expected tomorrow night is a bit better than the one that was predicted, you know, 2 or 3 months ago when the club was doing their numbers. So certainly our fans have jumped on board. We want to keep playing good footy so that they continue to do so. It's all about that for our club. You know, we're not just doing a recovery on the field here. We're trying to do a recovery off the field. So you know, the more that we can get, more support we can get behind us, the better. And it was, you know, it was brilliant last weekend in Melbourne. It felt like a home game. There were that many Lions supporters there. So you know, we'd encourage everyone to come out and shout out loud tomorrow night, and you know, hopefully we can play up to the standard that we've been playing.
Where in this game do you think you can I don't know, dominate Port, or where in the game will it be one for you guys?
Yeah, I don't know. Like they're good at a lot of the things that we're good at, so it's going to be an arm wrestle, and it depends who turns up on the night in the best frame of mind with the greatest will to win. So, you know, if you compare us statistically, we're very similar on our strengths and weaknesses. So it'll come down to attitude and intent and those sorts of things tomorrow night. Effort.
So both your matches you've got behind in that first quarter, but it doesn't look like an effort thing, or I think your numbers are generally pretty good. Have you been able to identify why you maybe turned the ball over a bit more in the first quarter than you went the rest of the match, or just giving up those leads?
Probably a bit more pressure on early in games. I mean, in the JLT, we won our first 2 quarters. Sometimes it's just the way it rolls, but certainly from a coaching group perspective, when we arrived out on the ground at quarter time in both games, we never felt like we were getting belted up on contested ball and the other team were dominating us. It was more of a ball movement issue. Get a little bit excited early in games and try and go too fast. So, yeah, it's one of those things we'll just keep working away at.
One of the
the X factors you can't sort of figure out? Rocky coming back to Brisbane for the first time. I mean, that's going to add some spice at the very least.
Oh, probably. He played last year in the game at Port. There's been a bit of banter during the week, I noticed, but look, he's a good player, and he's well respected at our footy club, and he made a choice to go to Port, which we all understand, and he's happy with, and we're satisfied with. So yeah, it'll be interesting for him. I reckon the onus is a little bit on the guy that's coming home to play against his old club. There's a bit more pressure on him than there is on us. So yeah, that's the way I see it.
You kept him, I think it was 19 touches last time. I mean, that's good containment.
Yeah, we didn't tag him or anything last year though. I think he's just in better form this year, so he's a bit more of a player to watch out for.
How much more improvement do you see on this side? I mean, yeah, two good wins, but do you feel like there's a lot in this group? There's so much more to go?
I hope so. That's been the mantra from the day we all got here together 2 years ago, and you know, continuous improvement is a catch cry of ours. So we'd hate to think that we've played the best footy that we're going to play this year already. So there's always little things to improve on. There were things from last week, there were things from the week before, so we'll keep chipping away at that.
There's been a lot of chat obviously on the midfield, Lockie Neals, his Orcos, got McGluggage, those guys, but is Steph Martin happy with that? Because he's been a pretty big contributor in the way the game restarts now. There's a fair bit on your ruckman. Is he happy that the limelight's been taken away from him?
Oh, I'm not sure that he's ever wanted the limelight, has he? Is that what you're suggesting?
He's playing really well. And
he's playing a great team game. Him and Oscar McInerney are a formidable ruck combination, and together they've played really well over the first couple of games, and we'll be looking for similar tomorrow night. I mean, they've got Ryder and Lycett, who are probably the guys that everyone's talking about at the moment as a ruck combination. Well, here's a chance for our boys to show how much they've improved and how well they work together.
That's got to be pleasing for him. We heard Robbo talk earlier in the week saying, well, I don't care if I get 10 touches, 20 touches, whatever. I just go out and do the job. It's almost that they have bought in. Like, it's all about the team game, and they're playing selfless footy.
Yeah, no, they've gradually been buying in over a period of time. I guess when a club's been down for a while, everyone tends to withdraw into themselves and go into survival mode. So it's taken a fair bit of time and effort by the coaching group and the playing group and everybody to sort of get them to see the light about team footy. And it's not because they're selfish, it's just it's a process, it takes time. If it were that easy, everyone would be doing it. So I'm pleased with the way they've bought in, but every week you get a test on that, you know, under pressure, can you continue to do it, or do you go back to old habits? So I'm pretty confident our blokes won't, but there's still a lot of work to do in that area.